स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Bhagavad Gita. We shall begin with 2 verses from the meditation on Bhagavad Gita. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami. Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We were looking into the 29th verse of the 2nd chapter. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschit enam ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha ascharyavatchainam anyashrunoti shrutvapyenam Vedana chaiva kaschit. Ascharyavat, as amazing, surprising. Pashyati, see. Kaschit, some people. Enam, this Atman or the soul. Ascharyavat, as amazing or surprising. Vadati, some people speak of. Tatha, thus, eva, indeed, cha, and. Anyaha, other people. Ascharyavat, similarly, amazing, wonderful, surprising. They speak of. Cha, also enam, this, about this soul, Atman, or Paramatman or God. Anyaha, others. Shrunoti, they hear. Shrutva, even after hearing about it, Api enam, this soul, Veda, they understand, na, they cannot understand. So, now this soul or Atman or God or Parabrahman, some people see the soul as amazing. Some describe it as amazing. And some hear of the soul as amazing. While others, even on hearing, cannot understand about it even a little. So that is the glory of the soul which is within you, and you are that. You can see this whole world, this whole universe, which is created by God, or which is just a fragment of God, is amazing. How from the tiniest atom to the largest galaxies, for they are all wonderful creations or projections of God. Little rose flower is also amazing in its texture and smell and beauty. Let me take you through one special happening, the surprising thing or the glorious thing, the glory and the amazing thing about it. It is said that all of you know about Charlie Chaplin. It is said that Charlie Chaplin was the only person in Hollywood whom Albert Einstein, you know about Albert Einstein too, he wanted to meet in 1931. He got his chance. Albert Einstein, you see, he's the most popular scientist of that time. People were aspiring to just go and meet him, shake hand with him, just to talk to him. But it is contrary now. Albert Einstein is wanting to meet Charlie Chaplin. That too, he's the only person in Hollywood whom he wanted to. So he got his chance. Albert Einstein got chance to talk to that actor Charlie Chaplin at the premiere of the movie City Lights. Now, there was a conversation between both of them. What is that conversation? Einstein was so happy to meet Charlie Chaplin, and he praised him. What did he praise? He said, "What I most admire, that is, I wonder, I am surprised, I admire is about your art, in your universality." Why is it a wonder? Why is it so admiring? Because Einstein is telling you don't say even a word, because at that time there was no sound. It was only without any sound. There would be no talking at all. In the movie of Charlie Chaplin, you see, in olden days, black and white, there was nothing. They would not talk. It was all action. So now he is expressing his admiration and wonder and surprise. And he is telling, "Oh, Charlie Chaplin," who is telling this? The best scientist of the time, Albert Einstein, "You don't say a word in your movie, yet the whole world understands you." That is the great wonder. To which Charlie Chaplin replied. It is very interesting. Note it. Charlie Chaplin replied, "True, true. But Albert Einstein, your glory is more surprising. Your glory is even greater. The whole world admires you even though they don't understand a word of what you say. Theory of relativity and all that other things are so difficult to understand. They don't understand even one word of what you say, but still people admire you. That is the most wonderful thing on this earth. So when Albert Einstein told that, I really admire, even without a word, you make people understand everything. You give universality. But you are more greater than me, Albert Einstein. People don't understand what you tell, your formulas, your scientific postulation and everything, but yet people admire you so much. Likewise, see, this whole universe is so admiring, so glorious, Ascharyavat, but nobody admires it. But you can't understand even a word of God, but all of you admire it. All of you admire with great this thing. You want to know about it, God, which you do not understand even a word of it. So that's why you can see Ascharyavat. So admiring, glorious, wonderful is that Atman. Just to give a comparison, let us make some comparison how great this Atman is. Compare yourself. Yeah, let us compare. I am here in this body here. Compared to me, this huge building is so big. Compared to this building, urban city is so big. Compared to that, you compare with whole of South Africa, urban city is so small. Then whole of African continent, you compare with South Africa, it is so small. Compared to all the ocean, this earth and everything, this African continent is so small. Compared to Saturn, the planet Saturn, your earth is just like a marble, a small marble or a ball. Then compared to Jupiter, Guru Graha or Brihaspati, the Guru, Jupiter, planet Jupiter, Saturn is so small. Compared to Sun, our Sun in the solar system, Jupiter is so small. So many Jupiters can be put into Sun. Then let us go forward. Where is this Sun in the solar system? Where is the solar system? The Milky Way. It's a galaxy called Milky Way, which includes our solar system. What is the greatness of this solar system? This Milky Way? Its name describing the galaxy's appearance from Earth. It looks like milk spread over. That's why it's called Milky Way from Earth. A hazy band of light seen in the night sky, formed from stars in other arms of the galaxy, which are so far away that they cannot be individually distinguished by the naked eye. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy with estimated at 26.8 plus or minus 1.1 kiloparsecs. That means 87,400 plus or minus 3,600 light years. But only about 1,000 light years thick at the spiral arms, more at the bulge. Recent simulations suggest that a dark matter area, also containing some visible stars, may extend up to a diameter of almost 2 million light years. So now this is about the Milky Way, which contains our solar system. The Milky Way it has several satellite galaxies, it seems. Just like Earth, our Earth has one satellite, the Moon. Like that, you can see Saturn has so many satellites, Jupiter has so many satellites. Likewise, our Milky Way has so many satellite galaxies and is a part of local group of galaxies forming part of the Virgo supercluster, which is itself a component of the Laniakea supercluster. It is estimated to contain, see now, just imagine, all this is estimated to, this Milky Way estimated to contain 100 to 400 billion, I'm telling you, billion stars, estimated, maybe more than that. So, our sun is a small speck compared to these big stars. Just imagine where we are. What is our size compared to? We are not even a speck of dust compared to these stars and Milky Way. So, in this Milky Way, it contains 100 to 400 billion stars and at least that number of planets. In that planets, just like our Earth, who knows, there may be so many living creatures, human beings, so many worlds, God alone knows. Now, our solar system with our sun and all these 9 planets is located at a radius of about 27,000 light years from the galactic center on the inner edge of the Orion arm. Now, let us see. The galactic center is an intense radio source known as Sagittarius, a supermassive black hole. See, when the big stars, our sun is such a small star that it cannot become a black hole, it seems. The big stars, when after giving out light, burning themselves, the mass is going out in the form of energy. Because of that, finally they become as black holes. And they start sucking in all the mass from outside, sucking so many solar systems, planets and sun into itself. So, Sagittarius A, a supermassive black hole of 4.1 plus or minus 0.034 million solar masses. Now, let us see. Galileo first resolved the band of light into individual stars with his telescope in 1610 in that year. Until the early 1920s, most astronomers thought that the Milky Way contained all the stars in the universe. Following 1920, great debate between the astronomers Harlow Shapley and Heber Doust Curtis, observations by Edwin Hubble, the big telescope, maybe electronic telescope Edwin Hubble in 1923 showed that the Milky Way is just one of the many galaxies. Just imagine. Your mind will just expand. The infinity. Even if we just see the Indian Ocean, your mind expands. Now, all this created universe with all these Milky Ways and galaxies, other galaxies, still they are finding so many new things, is a speck when compared to God or Parabrahman. It is just a projection or a speck compared. Just imagine the vastness of the Paramatman or Parabrahman. I just told all these things because this created universe is a small dust compared to the Paramatman. And why did I do all this comparison? I started with you as a human being, going up and up and up, showing that how puny, how tiny we are. But in all of us, in every one of you, individually you contain that Paramatman, the Parabrahman, whose small speck is this created universe, you are a small creature, smallest of the creature compared to everything. You contain that Parabrahman, that infinite Parabrahman in you. You are that. So just imagine why I told Vasi here in this verse, Lord Krishna is telling, Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidedam. Don't you feel it is a wonder, great wonder? This is just, I took you through one aspect of the biggest wonder. Go within, you take yourself. In this body there are some tetratrillions or even more billions and tetratrillions or whatever, quadrimillion cells. Living cells like you with ego. They're all living. They're doing different functions. Your brain cell does different function. Your muscles does different function. Your heart cell does different function. All the different, so many organs, everywhere you have billions and billions of cells, living cells. But all of them are working for a person called you. You don't know that, how great you are. So many, other than that cells, there are so many viruses and bacteria living in you. So all of them are, some of them are working for you, most of them, some virus and bacteria are working against you also. Just like the demons and the devatas. So go still deeper, then you will see within each cell there are so many molecules. Within that molecules, you have so many atoms. Within that atoms, so many subatomic particles. Go down and down, smaller, the smallest. And that's why they tell in our Vedanta, the microcosm and the macrocosm, the smallest and the biggest, are made in the similar fashion. How? See the smallest, what you call atom. The center, we have the nucleus, neutron and protons, around which the electrons are revolving in the elliptical order. Similar, very similar to the solar system. The topmost, biggest solar system, sun or the stars around which so many planets are revolving. See, it's so similar. The microcosm and the macrocosm are similarly done. Is this not so wonderful? Is this not Ascharyavat? Is it not surprising? This creation of God? And if this is so much surprising, then think of the wonder and the glorious Atman or Paramatman or Parabrahman, the God. And in you, that very Paramatman exists and you are that. That is what our Rishis and Munis in the Upanishads have found out. That is the great Maha Vakya in some of the Upanishad. Tattvamasi Shvetake. You are that. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that Parabrahman. All that is the revelation. And that's why you can just imagine how great you are. Each one of you are. So much great. You have so much of strength, so much of knowledge. But you are thinking you are ordinary, puny, ego mind complex and suffering and suffering. Is that also not surprising? That infinite glorious God is wrongly thinking, I am such and such a person, so weak I can't do anything, and moving about here like a lame person, like a blind person, like a weak person, like a diseased person, being afraid. Is it not surprising? It is not wonder. The play of God, this whole universe is just surprising. So think of how much glorious is that Atman and that you are. You may be surprising. How can that infinite Atman be contained in this smallest creature called us, the human being? Yes, one of the great saints in Karnataka. He's called Basvanna. He writes a vachana in a small poetry to God. He sings the Parabrahman or the Lord as Lord Shiva. So in that he tells, Kariyu kannadiyolaga adagedantayya. Neenennolage adagehe kudala sangayya. Take a huge elephant. Okay? Take a small piece of broken glass. You take a small piece of broken glass. You try to see that big elephant is hidden, reflected in that tiny small piece of glass, broken glass. The whole of that big elephant is hidden in that tiny broken piece of glass. It is reflecting, it is there. Likewise, O Lord Shiva, you are infinite, but you are hidden. O Parabrahma, O Lord, O Atman, you are hidden within this small human being. See? Beautiful. So that is the Ascharya. That is what here Lord Krishna is telling. Some speak of this soul, the Atman, as amazing. Some describe it as amazing, and some hear of it as soul as amazing, while others, even after hearing, we will hear all these things. The moment we go out to the kitchen, we forget and we'll be very happy eating the things, forget all Atman, God and everything. Again, the worldly things will come. Isn't that also wonderful? That Lord has made us to forget Himself. Isn't that wonderful? I'll give you one more example that is also very, very suitable for this thing. One of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, that is Swami Brahmanandaji. He was there in Belur Mutt. Some of the household devotees came to him, and that householder disciple started praising Swami Brahmanandaji. He was the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, a realized soul. Swami Vivekananda used to call him as a spiritual dynamo. Such was the greatness of that soul. So when that householder disciple, seeing his greatness and that power, the miraculous power, the spiritual power in him, even Vivekananda praised him as the spiritual dynamo. He praised him, Swamiji, how great renunciates you are. You are such a great man of renunciation. You have renounced everything. Then Swami Brahmanandaji smiled at him and told, who told you? Why are you simply praising me or praising us, the sannyasins, as great renunciates? What have we renounced? You householders are great renunciates than us. Surprised, shaken, see another Ascharya, another surprising thing, isn't it? You householders are great renunciates. Vairagya. How is that, Swamiji? Can you please explain it? Are you teasing me, taunting me? No. I'm truly telling you are great renunciates. How is that, Swamiji? You have given up your father, mother, family, wife, husband, or anybody for that sake, your money, this world, these luxuries, everything you have given up for the sake of God. Isn't your renunciation great? Are you not called great renunciates, you sannyasins? No, not at all. What have we renounced? Nothing. We have, for the sake of infinite big God, we have renounced just this puny little world. Where is the renunciation? See, you have renounced that infinite big God itself for the sake of this small world. Whose renunciation is great? Our renunciation, sannyasins, have not renounced anything at all. We have renounced this small world, useless world, for the sake of infinite God. What is renunciation in that? You householders have renounced the infinite God itself for the sake of this tiny, puny, useless world. Whose renunciation is great? You are great renunciates. We sannyasins are not at all renunciates. Isn't it something surprising? How we being that of the nature of that infinite Parabrahman, we have forgotten our true nature, and like blind people going crying and sobbing, fighting, jealousies, anger, and going round and round the world aimlessly, soullessly. That is also Ascharya. That's why the Lord here, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is telling this wonderful word to Arjuna. The soul, this soul, the Atman which is present now, it is, this universe is a fragmental part of God, is more amazing than the things of the world because it is transcendental to material existence. Just as God is divine, its fragment, that is we, the soul, is also divine. For this reason, mere intellectual prowess is not enough to understand. That is why we are just groping in darkness, because our intellect is so small, it cannot comprehend that wonderful and amazing Lord. The more you discover, see, from so many years, scientists are trying to discover, they have not even gone even to an infinitesimally small part of this universe they have not found. If that is the case, when will you reach God? When will you reach that Supreme Being? When are we going to discover? But our rishis and munis have found out, don't go outside finding God. He is within you. Turn your mind inwards and you will find Him very quickly. You are trying to go outwards. See, God has fooled you. I can't tell you God. There is another statement from which I told you that in the last time this verse is directly taken from the Upanishad, Kathopanishad. I told you about Kathopanishad too. There is one more statement, one more verse in the Kathopanishad, as I have told. Who told Kathopanishad or gave the knowledge of the Parabrahman or God to Nachiketa, that young boy of 7 or 8 years? The God of death. See, that is the speciality of our Sanatana Dharma. The God of death, Yamadharmaraya, giving immortality, knowledge of Atman or Parabrahman or God to Nachiketa. God of death giving the knowledge of immortality. Just imagine how to overcome death is given by that. It is all full of Kathopanishad. In that Kathopanishad, one of the statement, Lord Yamadharma is telling, Yama or the God of death is called Dharmaraya. What? King of righteousness. Why? He will not even make one small mistake. Whenever our time comes, we'll just carry you. No, the judges can take some money, the policeman can take some money and do some corruption and not punish you. But the time comes, Yamadharmaraya will never make any mistake. No corruption at all. He will do his duty perfectly. That's why he is called Yamadharma. Yama is the God of death. Dharma means righteousness. Raya means king. Raja, king. So he is the king of righteousness. And we fear him. Why should we fear death? Why should we fear him? Only if you have done any mistake, you have to fear him. If you are thinking of God, there is no need to fear him. When you realize your inner nature, no need to fear death. So now, that death, Yama, is telling Nachiketa, one of the verses in Kathopanishad. What is that? Paranchikani vitranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. What is the meaning of that? Kani means indriyas, our senses. All the 5 senses we have, eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin, everything, these 5 senses. What has he done? The Lord? Paranchikani. The senses have been kept outward going. The eye sees everything outside. The ear see everything outwards. Hears. The skin feels everything outwards. The tongue tastes everything outside thing. Our nose smells everything outside. So all the senses have been kept outgoing, but the mind, which can go inwards, will be dragged by the senses to the outward world. So you don't search for God inside. You are now desperately searching for God outward. Where will you find Him? Paranchikani vitranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati. So all the indriyas, our mind is searching for outside. There is one beautiful story of Shankaracharya. What is that? Once Shankaracharya wanted to teach his disciple a lesson. So what did he do? That great saint, he started, in those days there was no electricity, there was only the hut, there was no big buildings. So he started searching for something desperately. Then his disciples came, oh, our Guru is searching, we have to help him, we have to serve him. Oh Gurudeva, what are you searching so desperately? Oh, I lost a needle. That too in the darkness, in the evening. Now, in those days, no electricity, with the lamp, we have to search. Now they also tried to help him. They were searching and searching of hours after searching, hours after maybe 2-3 hours of searching. They couldn't find any needle. Then they asked the Guru, sir, where did you lose the needle? Oh, I lost the needle inside the hut. Sir, we call you so great, a great man of knowledge, our Guru. What is this foolish thing you are doing? You lost the needle inside the hut and you are searching outside. No, the lamp was outside, so I thought I will find it outside. Then when they started questioning him about his intelligence, then immediately he turned the situation against the disciple. Isn't this all of you are doing? All of us are doing? Placing God within. You are all searching for Him outside. Are you not doing the same mistake? See, first we thought Shankaracharya is the fool. Now, the foolishness has turned to us. Keeping the Lord within, so near within you, you are searching for God outside. And will you get Him? Yes, go on searching, go on searching. Let all the scientists of the past, of the present and the future come and search. You cannot find Him. Because this world is infinite. Infinite time will be taken to do that, but still infinity remains. You cannot search Him. That's why our rishis and munis, what did they do? In the Kathopanishad, again it tells, Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam. Few brave people, courageous people. See, the Upanishad is telling those people who have 6-packs, 8-packs, who go to the gymnasium and do the great bodybuilding and WWE fighters, the great MMA fighters or whatever fighters, are not called as courageous and bold and strong. But who are called strong by these great Upanishad? Kaschid dhiraha. Few courageous and great strong people, they who turn their all the senses and the mind within. Pratyagatmanamakshat avurta chakshuhu amrutatvamichan. The outgoing senses which are so strong, they turn that senses within, they turn the mind within. Avurta chakshuhu. Why? Amrutatvamichan, seeking immortality. They are called courageous, bold. So, that is what. That's why we have forgotten, we are searching outside for joy. But the infinite joy is within you. We are searching for happiness outside, but infinite happiness, infinite peace, infinite security is within you. So we are searching outside. Go on searching, go on searching. That is also great wonder of this world. So going forward, so here also we can again take up some other special explanation by another great soul called Swami Ranganathanandaji Maharaj. While explaining this, he tells that great Swami, some see this truth as a wonder, some others speak of it similarly as a wonder, some others hear about it as a wonder, some others, even after hearing of it, they do not understand at all. Why? Because so much engrossed in desire and enjoyment of the bodily pleasures, they cannot understand and they don't want it also. Some see this truth as an ascharya, as a wonder. So also some speak and hear about it as a wonder. But very few understand it, very few realize it, try to realize it. A tremendous mystery. A tremendous mystery is this Atman or God. It is there, but it doesn't allow you to detect it at all the time. This is a hidden truth. The fact, one of the British poet of the last century means Swami Ranganathanandaji Maharaj is telling in the 19th century. So now we are in the another century. So you have to think of the earlier 2 centuries in the last centuries means. What was his name? Robert Browning, who was very much influenced by Upanishads. I told you one of the Upanishads is Kathopanishad, like that there is Kena Upanishad, then there is the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, so many like that Upanishads are there which are giving this highest truth. So reading all those things, this Robert Browning, a British poet, was very much influenced by these Vedantic ideas. So he has written a poem called Paracelsus. In that poem, he speaks of the Atman or God as the imprisoned splendor. The splendor is imprisoned in this body-mind complex, that ego body-mind complex. He describes the Atman or God as imprisoned splendor. This is a profound splendor in every one of you, but it is imprisoned by our body, mind and ego complex. You have to release that imprisoned splendor, and that is spiritual life. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate. Again, Kathopanishad is telling this verse. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate. This Atman or God who is present in every being, it is gudaha. What is guda? Hidden. Very, very mysterious. Na prakashate. It does not manifest, but it is there. That is the truth. But you can realize it only you have to turn your mind inwards. See, in our Sanatana Dharma, most of the people, how do they sit to pray to God? They will sit and turn their mind, the eyes inward like this. Why? God is present. He is not somewhere sitting in the 9th cloud or something. He is within you. You can say other people, you're looking up somewhere, as if God is somewhere there, sitting in the clouds. But see, in Sanatana Dharma, they know He is within. He is within you. So they turn their mind inwards. So, to manifest, why? To realize it. This Atman or God is present in every being, but gudaha, hidden, very, very mysterious, na prakashate. It does not manifest, that's all, it is there. It is not manifesting. That is the truth. But the saving factor is we can realize it. We can release that splendor from its imprisoned state. That is what we do in our spiritual life. All hatred, all violence, all exploitation will go away if you turn your mind inwards to realize that it Atman. If you come to know that you are such a glorious being. Suppose today suddenly or tomorrow suddenly, in some of like the old stories, you will come to know you are the child of an emperor and you are now to get onto the throne and rule this universe. How will your behavior become like? Will you be very ordinary person begging and going and opening up your teeth and making all gestures to get some small thing? No, you'll become glorious, you'll become majestic. You will not be a beggar then. You are already that emperor, son of the emperor, child of immortality. If you come to know, if you realize the truth, then how will be your behavior? All jealousies will vanish. All your puny nature will vanish. That's why Swami Vivekananda tells, why should you give the knowledge of Atman? Give it to the lowest of the lowest. If you come to know, if a cook come to know that he is a Atman, then he will be a better cook. A cobbler, if he comes to know that he is the Atman, is the child of God, then he will become a better cobbler. A sweeper will become a better sweeper. Everybody will become a better person if he comes to know that he is the Atman, that he is the child of immortality, that he is not a sinner, that he is not a weak person. He is the Atman, the glorious Atman is there within him. If he comes to know that, if he tries to even realize him, then all the petty things will vanish from him. He will become majestic. All hatred, all violence, all exploitation will go. When a little light of the Atman will light upon your day-to-day life and human relationship, then all hatred, all anger, all exploitation will go away. So, this concept of the imprisoned splendor is a very beautiful concept. This Atman remains a mystery all through until you become that, until you realize that. But it can be cleared. It can be realized by appropriate methods. That is the Vedantic technique of spiritual life and spiritual realization. In the Katha Upanishad, this very expression comes. Ascharyo vakta kushalosya labdha ascharyo gnata kushalanusishtaha. So, if the Atman or Paramatman or God is so wonderful and great and admirable, then what about the teacher who teaches about this, gives the knowledge of Atman? He also must be Ascharya, a wonderful person. The student also who wants to realize it, get that knowledge from the teacher, is he also not Ascharya, admirable, wonderful person? And these two, the person who wants to realize God is also Ascharya, and the person who is going to give the knowledge, the Guru, both come together. That is, when they're taught by an efficient teacher, the one who realizes the Atman also is wonderful. So, you stand before the great mystery in wonder, worshipping it. What else can we do when you realize it, when you see God? What else can you do? You can only worship it, that's all. There was one realized soul in southern part of India. Even now, his ashram is there in Tiruvannamalai. Even in his childhood, he realized God. His name was Ramana Maharshi. Even now, people flock to his place in ashram where his samadhi is. When people used to go, sit near him when he was alive, he would not speak at all. As soon as they go and sit near him, because he had realized that God or Atman within him, he would be sitting quietly. People would go sit near him, questions and doubt would come up from the heart automatically, and it would be answered within automatically. If they go and sit there with him, near him, that's all. They don't speak at all. When they come together, that's all. All the doubts come up and the answers also come up, and they are cleared and they get so much of peace and joy. So, that is also wonderful. That is also here written in the Kathopanishad. When this Ramana Maharshi once was there in Tiruvannamalai, then one person, a journalist, came. He wanted to belittle that great saint. He told, Swami Vivekananda went to Ramakrishna, and Ramakrishna told that he can show him God. First of all, he told, have you seen God? Ramakrishna told, yes, I have seen God. Then not only that, Sri Ramakrishna told, I can also show you God. And he showed him God. So can you, he asked with egoism to Ramana Maharshi, can you show me God? Ramakrishna showed God to Vivekananda, can you show me God? He compared him with Ramakrishna. Smilingly, Ramana Maharshi answered, are you Vivekananda? Ramakrishna could show to Vivekananda only. All Tom, Dick and Harry cannot get it. So, are you Vivekananda? So, even the person who receives that knowledge, aspiration to get him, you should have that jignasa, gnatum icha, to know God, to understand God. We are so much engrossed in the worldly enjoyment. Who wants God? Who wants to realize God? When Swami Vivekananda for the first time went to Sri Ramakrishna and asked, have you seen God? He told, yes, I have seen God, and I see God more clearer than what I see you. And if you want, I can also show you God. Then what was the next question of Swami Vivekananda to Sri Ramakrishna? Vivekananda told, why then can't us, we people or human beings, see God? You know, the beautiful answer given by Sri Ramakrishna. He told, people cry one pot full of tears for money. For the sake of money, they cry one pot full of tears. For the sake of wife or husband, they cry 2 pots full of tears. For the sake of children, they cry 3 pots full of tears. For the sake of property, wealth, so many jugs of tears they cry. For the sake of name and fame, position, they cry so many jugs of tears. Has anybody, one single person, shed one drop of tear that I have not seen God, that I have not realized God? Has even one single person shed even one single drop of tear that I have not seen God? We need not look at each other or other person. Have you seen? This is only for myself. I have to ask myself. Each one of us has to ask myself. So, what is our priority? We get things according to our priority. For us, this world is a priority. The enjoyment of the world is a priority. Money is a priority. House is a priority. Car is a priority. Vehicles, wonderful vehicle is a priority. Who wants God? So, a person who wants to realize God, the disciple, is also Ascharya, great, Ascharya, wonderful. Then the person who can give you that knowledge will also be Ascharya, because he has already realized that. So I think with this wonderful idea, it's already 8 o'clock. We will stop our discussion for today. We'll take up the same verse with more deeper understanding, with more deeper revelations about this Atman as told by Lord Krishna. And from some other sources, we shall go on studying, getting that joy, that peace, that security of the Paramatman or the Lord much more deeper and deeper. Then get that bliss of the Lord further. We shall close our today's conversation with one of the verses from the meditation on Bhagavad Gita. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.